Reynolds here from the Cherrie Zach team, Next Home Real Estate Rockstar, Santa Cruz, California. How messy is my desk? Damn it. Let's talk about a buzzword that is going on in our industry right now, and that is a rate buy down. Rates have gone up pretty dramatically since the beginning of the year to where we are now. We are hovering around 6%. It's been fluctuating a little under, a little over. And I'd like to kind of take a minute to show what advantages a buyer has to, why is the microphone moving? That's weird, but okay. Let's talk about rate buy downs and how this affects a buyer and what it means for you when you're purchasing a home. I'm going to look at this graph. So let's take an $850,000 house. Let's say you want to purchase an $850,000 house here in Santa Cruz, California. Let's look at this first line here. Try to avoid, how do I block that with my hand? Try to avoid these guys, these three other columns. Let's just look at this $850 purchase price. So if you're buying that at $850, this is assuming that you have, top tier credit, pushing, 800 FICO. You're putting 20% down. This is your loan amount. This is the current rate today. This is fluctuating daily. Let's just take this as a hypothetical. At this rate, with great credit, 20% down, your payment on an $850,000 house is $5,220 a month, $5,200 a month. Now, let's say that you're able to negotiate with the seller a rate buy down, a credit, a closing cost credit. Let's say it's 3%. We're going to skip the second column, jump over to this third column. If you were able to negotiate with that seller a 3% buy down, it's a buy down, a closing cost credit against your loan amount. So against the $680, not against the $850. 3% of $850 would be over $2,400. It's on this, which is more like $21,000, let's say. The payment would then be $4,600 a month. It's a $600 a month savings to the buyer. But what that means to the buyer as far as purchase power would be if you equated a $4,600 monthly payment to purchase power, that's like getting that same house, the $850,000 house, for $740,000. Well, it's not very likely that a seller is going to reduce the price of that home by $110,000, but they might give you that $21,000-ish credit. If you negotiate a $21,000 deduction off the purchase price of the home, it would be like getting the house for $829,000, which would look like a $5,100 payment to you. So you're only saving $100 a month if you get that seller to come down that same $20,000. But if you apply that to a rate buy down, you can go from a 6.25% to basically a 5%, save yourself $600 a month. Now, is that seller likely to drop an $850,000 house to a $740,000 house? No, but they might be willing to give a $20,000 to $25,000 credit, get you that 3% buy down, and have you get that $4,600 payment. So something to consider in this market where things are, changing. If you were in the market a couple months ago, at the beginning of the year, there's multiple offers on everything. Buyers are getting beat out left and right. Negotiating a closing cost credit from a seller was absolutely insane. And if anything, you're having to go 20, 40, 50. I mean, we've had stuff that went well over 100,000 over asking. Obviously, the market has changed because of the rates going up. The inventory in Santa Cruz still is reasonable. It's only 2 months of inventory. In fact, it's still considered low inventory. So it's not like we have too many houses, just the rates going up has thinned the buyer pool. Or the buyers that were looking back in February that, if you qualify for an $850,000 house now, that means that you were once qualified for $950,000 or $1 million. So the buyers that were in the pool back in February now have to realize that they're not getting that $1 million home, they're getting the $850,000 home. But if you can negotiate this closing cost credit, if you're in the 850 range, that might even be able to bump you up. Or if you're in the 750 to 8 range, it could bump you up. Or if you're just being price sensitive about your monthly payment, you can try to negotiate this rate buy down. Now you max out at 3%. You cannot get more than a 3-point buy down. So 3 is the most you can get, but even a 1 or a 2 would help. please reach out to me if you have any questions about this. If you are thinking about buying, or you have been thinking about buying, and you are afraid of what the rates have done, this is a really good strategy that we're using for our buyers to get them the properties that they want in the price range that they're hoping to stay on a monthly payment. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Zach McReynolds with Next Home Real Estate Rockstars. Talk to you soon. Bye.